My name's Dave DeBow, founder of MoneyPartnerFormula.com, and this show is built for everyday real estate investors who are actively doing deals and looking to scale using other people's money. So if you're an active real estate investor and you want to get featured on this show to talk about your own real estate and capital raising experiences, then just go to daveinterviewsyou.com. Now let's get rolling with this episode, and remember to subscribe for daily interview content. Hey folks, welcome back. Today, zooming in from North Carolina, we have a very special guest. Her name is Sunday McIlwain. Sunday, I love your name. That is just such a beautiful name. Sunday is a beautiful name. And Sunday is a very, very active real estate entrepreneur. I love her branding because her branding is blackgirlsbuyapartments.com. That is absolutely brilliant. And that's been kind of your branding since you were heavily involved in wholesaling and now you're getting into multifamily. Is that correct, Sunday?
Yes. I started on Black Girls Buy Houses back in 2018, but I started my real estate journey back in like 2015, right when I graduated from college, and then started Black Girls Buy Apartments in 2022.
Wonderful. What was kind of that initial spark that got you interested in real estate?
I always was interested in real estate, just like my parents would do, many renovations in the house. And I was like, oh, that's cool how that went from, looking terrible to looking great. And then just seeing like my community, I'm originally from Washington, D.C., and just seeing how my community transformed from like, a few dilapidated houses to like a big, huge multifamily building. So once I graduated from college, I had my degrees in social work. And I was like, you know what, I love social work, but I really don't want to do that for the rest of my life. And 3:00 in the morning, I tell everybody it was a commercial say, hey, you want to get started in real estate investing? And I went on and got started in real estate investing. And I have not stopped since. It's been like my primary income, my primary passion, just to, help people find housing, get out of distressed situations, and now create more affordable multifamily units and get into that.
Nice. So Sunday, I love marketing. I'm not a huge fan of branding, but I love your branding. So tell me a little bit about that. How did that all come about and why did you decide to go along those lines?
So when I was learning about real estate investing, they were like, oh, do you see the We Buy Houses sign? I was like, yes, of course. So they're like, okay, we'll go out and put, We Buy Houses on the sign and your name. I was like, okay, I did that and wasn't getting any results.
So everybody else was doing exactly the same thing, right?
Right. So I said, what can I put on a sign that is going to make me stand out? So my favorite show when I was growing up was Lingo. I don't know if you're familiar with that show, but it's like a five. They start off with like say it start off with the letter, and then you have 5 boxes. So you're guessing what 5-letter word is going to come up in that. So, so I'm like thinking houses, what's 5 letters? So I came up with Black Girls Buy Houses. So it just ended up fitting into a sign perfectly. And it just happened to ring and jingle and fit my personality, and also get attention to others. So I was like, great. As soon as I put that sign out, the phone was going off the hook. Know like, is it really you? Like, who is Black Girls Buy Houses? So that's where all the marketing came behind that at.
Wow. That's really interesting. That's fascinating. So you almost lucked into it, but you just had that brilliant epiphany and it all came together, right?
Yeah.
So, smart. Very, very smart. Okay, cool. So, have you been doing wholesaling as far as single family home stuff goes? Did you get into flipping, buy and hold, anything like that, or just focus on wholesaling?
I focused on wholesaling. I helped a few developers with project management, building multifamily homes in the DC areas, condominiums. We did all that throughout the pandemic and a little bit before, just as I was still doing wholesaling, but I also wanted to get my, boots on the ground and see, okay, do I really want to get into flipping? Which my heart just really didn't go into that. I like helping, but I really didn't want to get into all.
Didn't want to deal with the trades for some weird reason.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of work. So I said, I love my wholesaling. So then I got introduced to apartment syndications through a partner of mine that also won an award with me for Realty 2.0 and real estate out in Las Vegas. So I was like, hey, do you know that you can take your real estate skills and put them into multifamily? And I was like, no, I didn't know that. Like, are you talking about 4 units? He's like, no, you can do, 200, 500 units,
Wow.
the same way. And I was like, no, tell me more about it. So as he explained, apartment syndication to me, I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. And I don't have to necessarily leave my house. I have a
Uh-huh.
daughter now, so I'm like, okay, I don't have to leave my house in order to do work. So
Yeah.
let's see where this goes. And my first year was like phenomenal. He really pushed me in there, pushed me in the fire. But I survived, and it's still going on. So I'm pressing on to Black Girls Buy Apartments. I still have my foot in Black Girls Buy Houses, but I'm starting to
To
love and
focus
enjoy,
more.
yes,
Yeah.
on focus, enjoy everything
Well,
in
I'm
apartments.
curious. So what did you find to be the most directly transferable skills going from wholesaling to multifamily?
So
What
I'm
were you building
always
on?
so
Yeah.
I'm always speaking to investors. So I have a deal, I'm always, that's once you have a deal with wholesaling, it's now trying to get that property to the buyer.
Okay.
So you taking that same skill into to a syndication that yes, I have a property here, these are our returns. This is what our footprint looks like. These are, the background renovations and our trusted knowledge of what's going to be going on to improve the building and build equity upon it. Just as people look for that when they're buying a wholesale property. So I
Hmm.
just took those same skills, and my honestly, my same investors are not going into syndication, but it's just a whole new group of people, and and keeping that communication.
Okay, so you're
So,
you're focused, if I understand correctly, when it comes to syndications,
mhm,
you're a GP or part of a co-GP group, and your
yes,
main focus was on the capital raising side of things. Am I understanding that correctly?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
perfect. So you brought the skill set of being able to talk to investors about good deals from single family homes over to multifamily, new group of investors that you were reaching out to and communicating with. What were you doing, or what do you do to find those potential limited partners, the syndication partners that you're going to raise capital from? What do you do to find those folks? What do you find that's most effective?
Right now, just hounding and kind of like stalking people, like I do also on the wholesaling side.
Yeah.
Looking at their LinkedIn pages. If they're looking at my page, LinkedIn is wonderful for that as far as people seeing who's looking at your profile and just reach out to them and saying, hey, are you interested in, apartment syndication? And just trying to get like, a general conversation with them started to,
Yeah.
get a feel for them. And sometimes like, no, I just kind of I saw your name and I wanted to see who you were, or something like, or some are like, yes, I do, uh invest. And then present a project to them as we're if there's one available, and then I keep that contact with them as deals come my way.
Very cool. Very, very smart. All right. So LinkedIn's been a good source of lead generation for you for prospective investors.
Yeah.
And you're smart. So you're not just kind of scouting out. Well, you are. You're doing both. You're seeing who's
Mhm.
out there that kind of fits your avatar. And you're
Yes.
also seeing, hey, who's checking me out? Who's
Right.
checking out, who's clicking on my stuff? And then you reach out to them and start the conversation that way. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes, you are.
Cool.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So just because so many of us struggle with online networking, for lack of a better term for this, but kind of that connecting and staying in touch idea. Do you have any tips for people that aren't very good on LinkedIn for doing this kind of stuff?
um I mean, I feel as though if you're on social media on LinkedIn, I mean, not LinkedIn, but if you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, and you're seeing what your friends are doing, consistently how, I'm a millennial, so how our brains work is like, oh, I want to see, what are all these people doing on social media? But you kind of have to change your mindset and say, okay, I want to see what professional people are
Hmm.
doing on LinkedIn. And then, the conversations that you're having on with your friends and family on the other social media platforms. you can talk to those people anytime. So, have a different conversation with people that you don't know. There's billions of people in the world, and try to get them to know you. Just try to, have those conversations
Yeah.
organically with other people that you don't know. People are on dating sites and all these other things, but, just get your professionalism,
Up
social
there.
media, talking points, over on that side.
Yeah.
So that's the best point I would do. And on my phone I get a notification when they respond back to messages. So it's
Mm.
just like a text, respond back to the text message and
Keep on top of it.
just keep the communication open.
Cool.
Yeah.
What do you find works best for you on LinkedIn for like what kind of stuff do you post? What do you post about? How often do you post? Because it's a little bit different than some of the other platforms. Very
Um,
different, actually.
I
Yeah.
post primarily every day. I do have a newsletter that goes out monthly, but which I try to post every day unless like there's something going on with my daughter that I just can't control in the morning. I'm normally posting, so that may be a whatever, like these special days that are made up. Like I think, I used a midwife when I had my daughter, and so earlier this week it was midwife day.
Uh-huh.
So I just kind of be creative and say, like, okay, how does being a midwife connect to commercial real estate?
Hmm.
And kind of try to make a post about that. I missed a day, so I didn't do that, but I was like, that would have been a good day to talk about that. So that's kind of how I get my ideas. I go through my phone of all old projects that I was involved in, just to show that I am in real estate, that I'm just
Hmm.
not faking it, and just show people who I am. I don't have too many pictures with me and my daughter. It's more pictures of her, so I don't post those. But I hope to take more pictures of her as she gets older, and
Yeah.
post those and
Even on
let people
LinkedIn,
know
even on
me.
this professional platform, you feel like the personal stuff really resonates.
Yes, because people want to see who you are, and not just people want to relax on social media too. So it's not like, okay, just feeding you information. Okay, so like something funny. Now talking to you, something popped on my mind. Maybe I should make a post about lingo on there, since you don't know what lingo is, and connect that to how I got into commercial real estate. So
Yeah.
that's how just think of you and what you do on a daily basis, and like a walk. Something I do need to improve on is actually doing video content. So that is my New Year's resolution, is to do more visual contact. Content on social media and on LinkedIn primarily.
One interesting thing, because we help some clients with some different kinds of LinkedIn outreach.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that we stumbled across recently that's worked really well are LinkedIn voice notes.
Okay.
Sending people those LinkedIn voice notes. Have you tried that yet?
No, I have not tried that, but
Yeah.
someone sent me that, and I thought it was very creative when I received it, and I instantly responded back to him.
Yeah. Well, it might
Um,
have been me.
yeah, oh yeah, it was you. Yes, you did send me one too, but someone before that too, and he did interview me as well. That's when I was pregnant. I was getting ready to pop, and my face was huge. But yeah, he sent me it. That was like the note. But yes, you did that too, and that
Yeah.
is very interesting. Yes, and that makes me feel more personal, that
Yeah.
that you just read my name and say, "Hey, Sunday, this is Dave. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Please, I would like you to be a part of my podcast." I don't know exactly what it said, but yeah, I'm sure it gave all the information.
Well, actually, spoiler alert, it was a
Yeah.
pre-recorded thing that my VA said. So
Okay.
it
Well,
wasn't
look.
that personal, but it's just as easy. Like if you're doing these personal connections,
Yeah.
especially because it sounds like you do a lot on your phone, right?
Yes.
You can only do it from your phone on LinkedIn. You can't do it from the desktop.
Okay.
So yeah, when you're just a different way to touch base with somebody, and then it's even more personal because they hear your voice.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can do video. I don't think so. But you can do the voice note, and that's very powerful. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, thank
that's
you,
it.
Dave.
Yeah. So Sunday, what are your plans for the rest of this year? So as we're recording this, it's, mid March 2025. What are your goals for the rest of the year?
So we do have an upcoming project that we're looking at to raise for 20 million. But the partner that introduced me to syndication, he's on a mission to um, impact impact communities and raise 300 million. So our first project is going to be a $20 million raise. So I hope to raise money within that. Make more connections with syndicators, partner with other GPs, LPs. Mm-hmm. I'm still doing residential real estate, so I'm helping people be safe for foreclosures, save their house, whatever the economic system goes on with the residential real estate, I'll be there to help them. So that's whatever, not say whatever, but I really want to broaden myself on social media even more than I am, just little by little, as far as, like I said earlier, doing videos, more personal content, just getting people to know me, more meetings with people who are interested in investing that may not know about investing. That's something that's really dear to my heart, that people are not familiar with the wealth that's built in apartment syndication. So I hope to spread that word to people that are accredited investors and don't know that they are within that financial realm to build wealth, passive income that way. So that's really near and dear to my heart, to the people that are unknown to real estate, to bring them in.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome, Sunday. If people want to connect with you and find out more about what you're up to, where should they go?
Oh, please come to www.blackgirlsbuyapartments.com.
Love that branding. Thanks for being on the show, Sunday.
Thank you so much, Dave. Talk to you soon.
All right, everybody, take care. We'll see you on the next one. Hey there, I really hope you enjoyed that episode. And as always, if you want to listen to more daily interview content, make sure you subscribe. And if you're an active real estate investor and you're doing deals and you'd like to get featured on this show, then just head over to daveinterviewyou.com. Now, at moneypartnerformula.com, we help real estate investors to create a process for predictably getting capital so they can do more deals without relying on hard money lenders or the banks. We do this by building them a private capital marketing system. Now, if you want help turning yourself into a big money capital attraction machine, then book a call with our team to see how we can help. Just visit moneypartnerformula.com to find out more. All right, take care, and we'll see you on the next interview.